What's good, y'all? Still airbox. Yo, let's talk about it. Soon after I made that video, I started feeling like, yo, this ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna show you guys a couple modifications. That video has been getting a lot of traction, and I wanna show you a better way to build the still airbox. Ultimately, it's gonna be a lot more efficient. But before we do all that, you guys go ahead, of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Whatever else YouTube has you doing. Dude, it's so crazy, y'all. But it does help out a lot. And it's just like little clicks for y'all. So thank you. I'm gonna stay here for a second and we're gonna talk about what I did wrong. So here we go. All right, so first things first, man. So we're just gonna go ahead and reverse assemble this thing. For starters, I flipped it upside down. This right here is everything. This is like so much smarter than working inside of it. Like this. Now you're dealing with all these corners and these uneven spaces, kind of bends a little bit, bows in. So if you do want to put any kind of flame in here or anything like that, it makes you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. It's way better to actually have your flame or whatever, your workspace, just on a flat surface. So what I did, I just reversed these two. All right, let's take these things off. This is just nothing more than one of these like hose clamps. For a 2-inch or 4-inch pipe, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take all this stuff off. Either I'll have an Amazon link for you guys below for all this stuff, or you guys could just run to your local hardware store and pick some of this stuff up. These gloves are cool. They don't suck. I wouldn't necessarily go back and buy a new pair of gloves if you already have these gloves. However, I'm a bit bulky already. I got a thin frame, y'all, but I move big. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just like, I knock things over. These gloves are kind of bulky, low-key. These are right about actually to my forearm here. My alternative would probably be almost just using some dish gloves, y'all. I feel as though they're a little bit thinner. The dexterity that you're gonna be able to gain when utilizing a thinner glove. I think ultimately, to tell you the truth, they might work a little bit better. I mean, really, do you really need this? I don't know that this is really warranted, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they look cool. Looks like we in some real life shit here, but they're impressive looking, but I mean, you know, outside of that. Might be one of those things where cheaper is ultimately better. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this stuff off. The reason I'm doing that is because this was Class A error right here. Utilizing the silicone. I should have never used this to actually adhere it to the plastic. Basically, silicone is a sealant, and you want to use adhesive and with an epoxy. Big up to my man JR. I probably shouldn't be using this knife. It's the first thing I could find. Soon after I even made this correction, which helped out a lot, I stopped using the still airbox altogether. It was just really hard for me to use it, to be honest with you. I need a little bit more open space. Sterilizing my environment really well, spraying everything down with alcohol, using my lighter. A lot of times, guys, I was just as successful than when I was using my still airbox in terms of mold and all. Just something to think about. But I know a lot of people out there want to build these, and they are fun to build, you know. Also, you don't have to get 4-inch. It's like one of my hangups about giving you guys parts lists and stuff is because I don't want you to try to follow me line for line, you know what I mean? Get whatever's comfortable for you. In fact, I think maybe a 3-inch was what was recommended to me for this when I watched the video. I can't remember what video I watched, but I was like, no, oh shit. I was like, no way, dude. Like, you know, this 4-inch was just like kind of perfect. I wanted to have a little bit more room, you know? So if you're bigger, you know, you want to go with a wider diameter, of course. On second thought, you know what? I'm not gonna rebuild this. Reason being, I don't use them. I don't need it. Like I was saying before, I found pretty much just keeping my area clean was pretty much suitable for me. Not having, you know, Otis running around, not having, actually at the time I didn't even have Otis, but just basically keeping my air as still as I possibly can was adequate enough, and it worked out a lot better for me. Now that being said, let me clean this up. The main reason I'm not gonna build this anymore is I'm not doing mushrooms, at least not here anymore. So It's gonna be a bit of a cliffhanger, y'all. Stay tuned for my next video. I'll show you exactly what new protein I'm gonna be running around this plot. Something that I feel is gonna be working way more cohesively here on the plot. And more than likely, if you're running a small macro plot like I am, it might help you out there as well. Perhaps if I had started off with showing you guys what I just did right now, there might be a really good chance that I would still actually be using these things. Another reason I wanted to show you guys this was because I feel mushrooms are, dude, important. Very important to our future. You know what I'm saying? I think, and I'm not trying to sound all bandwagon-y crazy and shit, but I think mushrooms are really something that we need to learn more about. I think the more people that get involved with mushrooms and to see their awesomeness, the better off this road is gonna be. These mushrooms are dope. So, we'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for watching. Big up, short video. Use these techniques. I'm gonna leave the link down below. Anyway, you guys get the picture. Big up.